Rachel Reilly, past winner of Big Brother. Now she's had success winning the $500,000 prize. So this time, naturally, her sister is on the show. We're going to talk about that right now. Rachel, how are you?
Hey, Jeremy, I'm great. Thank you so much for having me on your show. I'm super excited.
Oh, I know. Well, super excited about a lot of things. Okay, you got married. We'll talk about that in a second. But first off, I mean, tell us why your sister should win Big Brother.
Oh, my God. My sister, it's so nerve-wracking watching someone else compete for $500,000. Like, watching her, I find myself glued to the live feeds, glued to, like, all the blogs and reading everything I could possibly read, and just wanting to see episode. I'm like, cannot wait for the next episode. Like, I already have every episode for the entire summer planned out with the party. But I think Alyssa really needs to win because she went in there and she had a totally different strategy than me. She's clearly not me. She's not playing like me. She wanted to start an all-girl alliance. She wanted to kind of, lay low until she needed to win competitions. And personally, I didn't support that. I was like, go in there, win the first HOH, compete your heart out, do your hardest, and just win everything. But she was like, I have to go in and be myself. And I was like, okay, so she went in, and she's doing really well, but everyone in the house is targeting her, and everyone in the house wants her to go, so I'm really getting nervous.
So you're doing the whole thing like you're yelling at the TV screen, you're yelling at the computer screen is what you're doing.
Literally, I do not stop yelling at the computer screen. I'm like, no, don't trust her. And I just keep thinking about how if I was in the house, I would be in there in big sister mode, sticking up for my little sister, and half of the time, I wish I could just pull myself into the Big Brother house. I wanted to get out so bad after I won, and now I just want to claw my way back into the Big Brother house. Okay,
so what's one of her strengths that make her a good competitor?
I think Alyssa's really good at yoga, so I think she's going to be really good at the endurance competition. I saw her on the first endurance competition, and I think that she fell on purpose because she didn't want to win the first HOH, but she has really good upper body strength. She can hold her entire body by her arms, which is a really, a pretty big deal for, a female to have that much upper body strength. So I think that she'll do really good at endurance competitions moving forward, and I think she's probably going to do really well at puzzles because she thinks in a different way than other people, so I think she'll be able to be quick at puzzles. Once she really gets into her own and knows that she's fighting for her life to stay in that house, I think you're going to see her competing more. But I think that first competition, she just didn't realize how important it was to go in, and be ready to win it the first second.
Okay, so let me flip it around then. What do you think will be her biggest struggle this summer?
I think Alyssa's biggest struggle is going to be that she's not going to have a lot of people on her side. The girls this summer are really, really catty. Exceptionally more catty than I've seen in a really long time. And I think that Alyssa she's not down with just sitting around gossiping about other girls and talking crap, and all these girls are sitting around and they're just, that's how they're bonding right now. So I think Alyssa's going to struggle bonding with these girls because, she's made friends with Helen, which is really good. And I think that she's trying to become friends with Howard, and she's trying to become friends with Andy. But I think it's hard for her because they all are vote Alyssa out. She's Rachel's sister. Get rid of her right away. And then she won MVP, so people were like, she won MVP. She's going to win all the MVPs. Let's get rid of her. So I think she's going to struggle with having people wanting to get rid of her all summer.
So who do you think is your sister's biggest competition then?
Oh, God. I guess Alyssa's probably biggest competition right now in the house is going to be that group, the Mean Girl group, which is Aaron and Jesse and Caitlin, and they call themselves that. So I'm not calling them that. That's what they actually call themselves. So I think that Alyssa is going to have a problem with that group of girls because that will be her biggest competition because they're going to constantly be targeting her. Whereas, I think the guys are not going to really go after her. They're going to go after each other. And then I think that they're going to want to get her out, but it's not going to be as threatening to them as, say, a Howard would be, or as a McCrae, or so all these other Big Brother characters, I think, are not going to be as threatening to Alyssa as this group of girls.
Who are you kind of eyeing to be, the sneaky little fly under the radar contestant this year?
I think that a fly under the radar contestant is going to be Nick. He's been really sneaky with the way that he's kind of handling the house. He's been really good at staying out of the majority of the drama. And every time I see him interacting with house guests, it's in a way where he's either building relationships or if he's talking games, it's very strategic, very quick, and he says a few things and then he kind of walks away. He reminds me a lot of how Dan Giesling plays the game. So I think that we're going to see a lot from Nick this summer, and I think that from Nick we're going to really see a player evolve that's going to be more like a Dan.
We've got to get back to the music. Hold that thought. Rachel, we're going to have more with Rachel Reilly, former Big Brother winner, right after this.
Today's best music with Jeremy Bradley.
We are back talking with former Big Brother winner Rachel Reilly, her sister Alyssa competing this season on the CBS reality show. Now, Julie always tells us that there's always twists and turns and expect the unexpected. What do you think of having 3 nominees every week?
I love that there are 3 nominees every week. I think it's great. You know, it gives people more of a chance to stay in the house, and it also gives people more of a chance to fight and to be competitive. And it really does eliminate the whole floaters thing, because you can't just float along and not have an alliance, not have, you know, competitions under your belt, not have all these other things, because if you're just not part of a group, or if you're just, you know, not winning competitions, or you're not doing what you need to be doing, you're probably going to be nominated. And since there's 3 nominees, you have a really high chance to get nominated. So I think that this 3 nominee thing is really cool. It's really hard and adds like a whole nother layer onto Big Brother, on top of all the like fixed layers that Big Brother already has. But I think that the 3 nominees is going to play out really well this year, and I think that it's going to really make the game interesting, and I think it's going to show who the smart, strategic players are, because they're going to be able to outlast the twists, and they're going to be able to stay until the end of the game.
Now, I know you're also sharing your opinions. You're blogging for our Canadian friends, right, on the Global TV website?
Yes, I am. I'm blogging all summer on globaltv.com, and you can read my thoughts, and I'm trying to be as non-biased as possible, even though my sister's, of course, on the show. But, yeah, I'm going to be blogging all summer for Global TV.
And I should ask then, were you watching Big Brother Canada that wrapped up a couple months ago?
Absolutely. I'm the biggest Big Brother fan, so I watched Big Brother Canada. I catch a few episodes of the UK version. I just think it's such a fun social game, and I think it's just such a fun game that I've had the opportunity to participate in twice. Now my sister's in it. So I watched every episode of Big Brother Canada. I was glued.
You know what I mean by this. Should Topaz have been able to re-vote?
That's such a hard thing. I don't think so. Because you know why? You hear the rules, and if you, like, it sucks because, you know, Gary, you know, did make really good moves at the end. And Jillian played such a good strategic, well, not strategic, but a good competitive game that I think she deserved it too. So it's really hard to say. I think the final 2 both deserve to be there, and it's crazy. Like, I've never seen anything like that happen, and I don't think that would happen in Big Brother US. But because Topaz cast her vote, and she knew the rules, and she knew, like, they tell you, they explain it, I think that, you know, even if she didn't mean to do it, she messed up, like, that's her own fault. So I don't think she should have been able to recast.
Okay, now on the American show this season, there's a moose head on the wall. Is that going to talk like the Canadian one, do you think?
I hope so.
Did you notice it?
I love Marsha the Moose. She's so funny.
Yeah.
I hope that she draws, like, someone into the diary room.
Now let's talk though about your man for a second. You guys got married, and I guess my invite got lost in the mail, I'm sure, but I'll get over it. How are things? How are things with Brandon? How is Disney?
Totally there.
Oh.
They're going really well. We've almost been married for a year now, which is crazy. We got married September 8th last year, and everything is really well. Brendan's working on his PhD, and I'm working on a few different projects in LA, and we're just having a great time. It's really fun to be married, and you get to wake up every day with your new best friend. And for example, Brendan's birthday is on Tuesday, so I bought him his birthday present this weekend, and he wanted a huge TV, so he's been glued to this, like, big TV since his birthday present. But it's really fun. It's like you get to spend every second with your best friend.
Well, you can also be watching Big Brother on the big TV, right?
Exactly. I know. I said it's kind of a selfish reason. Now I can see, like, a lot of Big Brother on this huge TV with a great sound system.
So it's really for you, let's be honest.
Yeah, exactly. It's for my guilty summer pleasure of Big Brother.
Well, we're going to be watching it again. Big Brother on CBS. We're rooting for Alyssa, Rachel Reilly, the former Big Brother winner. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Of course. Thank you for having me on your show.
Today's best music with Jeremy Bradley.